Oh, snap. What's that you got on?
Yo, these new R.1s by Randy.
I'm in the future with this. I'm stepping on top of the world. These are the new R.1s by Rampage. Order right now. Land to land, sea to sea, state to state. These are official. Don't wait. The R.1s by Rampage. Rated R Empire.
Hey, go into the description box right now and get your Rated R Empire sneakers right now. And when you cop your pair, let them know that Sandman and Old God from the Hip Hop Uncensored podcast sent you.
On Kanye's, jump down his throat when, he's doing what everybody else is doing, but then he knows what's next. But if you listen to that song he had, Wait Till I Get My Money Right?
Yeah,
He told
yeah,
you.
Yeah.
He told you.
And anybody who really stands for something, you got to be willing to sacrifice something. Mm-hmm. So he lost $1.5 billion overnight. Mm-hmm. So I don't know. I don't think Kanye is a black champion. I don't want to make him to be like a martyr, but I think he's realizing that no matter, what status I get or what color my wife is or whatever, that I'm still this. And now he wants to bring it up. Mm-hmm. But I don't want to jump on him because the people he offended don't need us to help them. They're going to spank him. They're going to take the money or whatever. But then I think he's resilient enough to bounce back. And he knows what's going to happen. He said this was going to happen. Mm-hmm. They're doing a financial lynching with him. And he's hanging in there.
Why you think, you see people like DL Hughley, all the people that jumped out on Kanye West that attacked him. Why you think that is, more so in the black community? You don't see it really happening in any other community. Like we take each other out. It seems like people are being paid or something to, to discredit him.
Again, it's sad to see the comfort level that blacks have jumping down, jumping on other blacks. DL Hughley, I'm not really a big, I think he's funny, but his job is to make up material. And even like his thing against Trump, I don't know what Trump did to him, but like all he does is talk bad about Trump all the time. And like, I feel like if you're really out for black people, you can't be all Democrat, you can't be all Republican. You have to be in the middle and see who has our best interests at heart. It might be a Republican senator, it might be a Democratic congressman. Right. So we have to play both sides. But a lot of our black leaders, to be honest, they sold out to the Democrat Party. Yeah. They're total Democrat puppets. And whatever line or agenda they have going, you're gonna find your DL Hughleys in them. It's sad to say that I like him, and he seemed like a good guy, but I don't like that.
Right.
And they're the first ones to jump down our throat. Now, if you look at what happened with Kyrie, with Shaq and Barkley, and we look at the Shannon Sharp thing too, with Skip. When I heard Shaq's and Charles Barkley's comments, I'm like, I wonder. There's no clip of Ernie Johnson saying anything. Mm-hmm. There's no clip of Kenny Smith saying anything. Yeah. So I'm like, okay, let me go back and watch the whole thing. So they were all there. It was Shaq, Charles Barkley, Ernie Johnson, and Kenny Smith. So you hear Shaq, he's calling him an idiot. He's hurting people unnecessarily.
Right.
Ernie Johnson's in the middle, like instigating the whole thing.
Right.
And then Shaq comes, calls him an idiot, and he's hurting people. And Kenny Smith gave a thorough answer. He was wrong or whatever he said. I don't remember everything he said, but he's dealing with the consequences of what he did. He apologized, and if he's saying he's not anti-Semitic, then he's not anti-Semitic, and left it alone. Right. But you can see Shaq and Charles Barkley going out their way, and you can see Ernie Johnson. Like Ernie Johnson can't say what he really want to say, so they need Shaq and Barkley to say it. And a lot of times in general, if you look at this whole black struggle for equality, these let's be blunt.
Yeah, let's get it.
These white folks can't call us the N-word. Right. They gotta get another black man to do it. So they stir it up and put it out there for you to jump off the cliff. And their way of saying it is they call by proxy, I'm getting somebody else to do it. They really want to say it and they can't. Word. So I think that's the issue. And I like the way Kenny Smith, we need to give Kenny Smith some kudos for the way he answered it. Because I feel like sometimes Kanye, says some stuff that's incorrect or wrong or insensitive. And a lot of us do. But this is the example I'll give. If you have a brother and he do something stupid, right? Let's say Kanye says some stupid stuff. Right. Says some offensive stuff. If my brother said something or did something stupid and some repercussions came, right? Let's say somebody jumped him because he was running his mouth. I know my brother's wrong, so I'm gonna be like, yo, you was wrong. You was tripping.
Right. You're gonna protect him still.
But I'm not gonna throw no punches at him though.
Right.
I'm not gonna throw no punches. Even if he's wrong I'm not gonna help them jump him. I'm gonna tell him he's wrong, and you got a little spanking, but I'm not gonna throw no punches. And I think we're so quick sometimes to just jump on our brothers, throwing punches and adding to it, and they don't need the help from us.
Right.
Like I say one thing about Jay-Z. I know a lot of people wish he would like kick up and probably stand up for him, which I wouldn't, because Kanye talking trash about him too.
Yeah.
But at least he ain't jumping on him. I give him that.
True.
If you're not gonna help, don't say nothing. These other guys, man, they getting paid. And then when you look at the different platforms, they all said the same thing initially. Then they all backtracked at the same time. So it's like, are y'all giving scripts on all these different platforms? Probably. Are you really speaking how you feel?
It don't seem like it. But I want to get to the spiritual conversation that's coming up now. Because what Kyrie and Kanye did, what I see one part of they did was spark a conversation that's been going on within our communities, the Jewish community and the black community, for a very long time. And that is, who's the original Hebrew of Israel? Who is the original people? And you have debates on who that is, and it's a very strong debate, and it's been kind of brushed under the wayside until now. This conversation is openly being had. What do you think about that aspect of it, the whole religious aspect of what we're seeing going on right now, if any?
Yeah, I actually watched the documentary afterwards. I don't have a lot of information about like the bloodline stuff,
Right.
So I can't really speak to that. But I believe that all of us, when that idea comes of who's the blacks or Hebrew or wherever, where we come from and our history was lost, this is just information. We can agree with it or not. But I forgot the brother's name that did the documentary.
Ronald Dalton Jr.
Okay, well, he did some research, and that's what he came up with. And Kyrie thought it was interesting and just shared the link.
Right.
How is that? I mean, if you do Black history, you probably offend some folks if you go too far back. Right. If you do history of any land, most lands were conquered. There's a bad guy. There's a victim. So like if you tell someone's whole story, there's going to be some people you offend. Even in that documentary, they were saying some anti-Islamic stuff, which a lot of people don't know. Arabs are Semites too. So Arabs and Jews, you can consider bad-mouthing them anti-Semitic. I didn't take it offensive. I just didn't agree with the information. Gotcha. So I think if someone was gunning for Kyrie, I think. Because like the way Barkley and Shaq and them said it and others was like Kyrie hurt a bunch of people. I don't think, like, number one, he just posted the link. Mm-hmm. So there would have had to been a Jewish person that saw the documentary, knew what it was about, saw him tweet it, and what they passed out. Like, how did he hurt anybody? He just, right. You know what I'm saying? And then a lot of Jewish people might not have saw it. Right. So who put it out there that it was anti-Semitic? Because we never heard anything about it till he tweeted it. Yeah. It's been on Amazon. Nobody said anything. Nobody attacked the brother that did the documentary. And to this day, nobody's saying anything about Jeff Bezos, and nobody's saying take it off. Mm-hmm. Everybody's just saying attack Kyrie. So I think that it was more of an agenda with that piece, but I don't really get into the religious arguments. Mm-hmm. I respect that brother and the research that he did. I have a cousin that's real big on that. He be in Philly, like on the street, like with the costume on.
Oh, the Hebrew Israelites?
Yeah, he go in.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And I don't really get into that.
Right.
And I think that the research is even going beyond, like, I'm Muslim. So Prophet Muhammad was like between came in like 670 something mm-hmm. after Christ came, according to religion.
Right.
So they're going back way before that. So it's just a historical documentary about you know, black folks and where we come from. And I don't think it was anything that we need to fight over. You either agree with the information or you don't.
Right.